all you need to have a good makeup is to have a good skin and a good eye. So today we're gonna do this quick, easy makeup tutorial. No eyeshadow, no crazy contouring or anything. And you should be able to bang out this look in like 15-20 minutes. When you gotta be out the door, you wanna look presentable, you wanna look nice, you wanna look like you tried, but you don't actually wanna do all of that work. So if you wanna see how we got this look, just keep watching. So we're gonna start with a little underpainting technique. I am going to place my blush and bronzer first. These are a couple favorites of mine. And underpainting in this way will help you just speed it along when you're in a hurry and when you need to be out somewhere. So for me, it's Friday night. I'm gonna go to class pass, which is kind of gross to work out in makeup, but I don't have time to put my makeup back on after it, and I'm going to a dinner. I'm just gonna be able to change. So I'm just gonna apply my bronzer, my blush, and everything underneath. This is the Luminess buffing brush. I've never even tried it before, so kind of a risk, but it seems like it's working well for me. It's like blending everything out on its own. It's a body brush, but I'm using it on the face. And of course with my favorite ever Tower 28 bronzer. And then, see, we cut out a lot of steps. Now we can go straight in with our foundation. This foundation, oh my fuck, it's such a good foundation. And let's see if we can just use this brush and just go right on top of everything. So this foundation, it's glowy-ish, but it's so skin-like. And foundations that are skin-like will always win in my book, because after several hours, I feel like is really the greatest test of how a foundation is. And after several hours, this looks like I just have good skin, which is the goal. Like, I don't need like a crazy foundation situation, you know? So after hours, when I come back, I'm telling you, I'm looking hot in this. I got this on a discount from YesStyle because this foundation is freaking like $99 or something full price. So to be able to get it for a sale is like unfreaking believable. I'm also gonna have a YesStyle haul up soon. I got a ton of shit, and they gave me a credit, and then they're giving me a code to share with you guys if you want anything. But that's besides the point. This foundation, it's gorge. It's gorgeous. And then I'm just going to use my usual Dreamlight Glow. It's a little pigmented for a fast application. Usually I would choose one a little closer to my skin tone, but this will cut down on blending time. Everybody always laughs when this comes out because it is so ridiculous. It really is, but it's so fast. And then I'll just apply kind of this concealer to the eye as well, so that that can be a good base for our liner and lashes. Liner and lashes, I tell each and every client, and whenever we do lessons, I teach them to apply their own lashes, because it makes the biggest difference out of everything. If you can learn lashes versus like eyeshadow, then you're winning, okay? You're winning. Also, I kind of love this brush. It's a body brush, yes, but for the face, it's perfect. We're not powdering because we don't have time. And then if you want to be more blushy, you can just pop that on, and we'll set it with a powder blush. If you set your cream blush and cream bronzer with powder blush and bronzer, that will also give them longer wear time if you're not like a powder girl. And people think it's a crime, but I don't do my eyebrows when I'm in a hurry. That's my last thing that I care about. So let's just prime the eyes with a little bit of this. It looks blue, but it really kind of just turns into nothing. And I don't always do primers. It's kind of just brightening. Wait, why is that so beautiful? I don't always do primers because I'm lazy, but the truth is if I'm just gonna do liner and lashes, then a primer is kind of essential, because the primer will make sure that the liner doesn't smudge. Of course, formula has a lot to do with smudging too, but when I'm instructing other people, like, I don't know what you guys are using, and I don't know if it's not gonna smudge. And if you do have smudging problems, then just laying down a thin layer of primer and setting it lightly with a eyeshadow or powder helps a lot. That primer is so brightening, I love it. And now I'm just setting it with a little Florasis, just so that my liner, again, doesn't smudge. So it's up to you in terms of what type of eyeliner you want to use for this. There are a lot of different formats. This is kind of like the hardest one to use, but it is the most jet black thing ever. This is this Anastasia kind of dipping situation where you dip into here. This is jet black, long wearing, smudge proof, but very difficult for some people to apply. This would be a little bit easier. So it's a felt tip, a little easier to control because it's all in one place. You don't have to keep dipping. And then there's the classic, just like an Always Sharp. I have a complicated relationship with this because it's the Always Sharp. So every time you put it in, it sharpens itself. I like the speed and ease of use of this, but sometimes I wish it wouldn't cut the tip off. Like if I only use a little, I feel like it's wasted product, but at the same time, I use it a lot. I reach for it a lot, and I don't know, I'm conflicted on it, to be honest, because it's just quick and easy. You can just get it into the lash line so fast. And I like something that's fast. I'm lazy. I'm lazy and I don't want to do makeup for like hours and hours and hours. So if you go ahead and put this on, then you can smudge it too, and you can flick it out. If you're not so good at a wing, it takes a little practice, but like it's just kind of foolproof. Like I just take my brush and I just mess with the end until it looks right. Sometimes it'll take longer, like it's not going so smooth. But look, now I have a fast wing. And this one, this formula, because we did the primer and everything, it's not gonna move. I'm gonna go to Pilates in this, and I'm telling you, it's not going anywhere. So we'll just fill in. You can go back into the tip and you can like fill if you don't feel confident bringing the whole marker into that little fine space. So now let's just do the other side, super easy. And if you're not gonna do shadow and you have the eyelid space, like a thick liner is a look. It adds a lot of definition and it's a vibe. It's kind of like a 50s look almost. I like it. It looks kind of retro, classic, and liner goes further than shadow because it defines your eyes. So if you don't have time for shadow or you're not very good at it and you don't know if you want to like go there, just liner is great. You can do a little bronzer on the eye and move on quick and easy. And again, it's really just all about fine-tuning that wing. And if you want more of like a hard edge, then you might like liquid better. I don't mind some softness there. I also don't mind if it's not perfect because I just, in doing makeup, my goal is to look very pretty. It's not to look like everything's perfect. So if you look pretty, if your makeup looks good and there's nothing really distracting, just move on. Sometimes people get hung up in the little things. Like I had somebody who never wears makeup and she's like, there's some unevenness, but it's just her eyes because a lot of people have slightly different eyes. If it's a very minute thing, just move on. Finish your makeup and see if it still looks bad to you because likely it's fine. This is the mascara I'm going to go with today because this will not smudge. I can wear this to Pilates and rest assured that it's not going anywhere. And also you can build this up like crazy, but I'm not even going to waste my time because we're going to throw on some velour lashes onto the ends. I do have a code now. It's Emily Harper. I'll also put a link down below. So that's cool because I'm obsessed. They kind of hooked it up because I love cluster lashes and these are like very beautiful, very kind of special looking. Like when you do the clusters that look like this is still very nice and I still wear these routinely. But if you want something a little elevated, then the mink, like velour, doesn't have to be this brand, but the minky ones go a little further. I have the hybrid and I have the classic, but I'm gonna go with the hybrid today because I want that kind of like Marilyn-esque eye, that kind of like winged lash. I don't want it to be droopy. Like Marilyn's was always kind of down, but this gives that similar effects because these are mostly kind of for the edges of the eye. So you can see up close, these are fuller than the other ones and just very, very pretty, honestly. You can also skip this if it's like too much because this is supposed to be like our easy basic makeup, but it's hard for me to do a basic makeup without any lashes or eyeshadow. Like I've got to have one. So you want to just go ahead and grab that first cluster and you just drop it on the last third of your lash. And sometimes before I even pull away, I pinch it together Very simple. I do 3 per eye. You can do more, but I never do. For some reason, like, I mean, you could layer them up. But I think it's nice alone. You can do whatever you want. And again, I'm gonna angle it so you can see. Oh, you know what I realized? These are not hybrid. These are volume. Sorry. These are the velour volume lashes. The hybrids are a little, they're like crazy wispy. Oh, you could even stop it too, because those look really nice together, and still it's kind of like a subtle effect, you know? I feel like these are foolproof. Like, that was quick, and my eye looks great now. It looks like I have a full eye makeup on, even though we really just have lashes and liner. Lashes and liner is like the pinnacle of like makeup success. Okay, let me angle it so that you can see. I'm also using velour tweezers. They have a glue, but it's one of those like long time glues that you're supposed to like leave. I guess you can like leave these on as extensions for a few days. I've not tried it yet because I like to just peel them back off and put them back in here and use them again later. And when you're doing these cluster lashes, you want to put them right next to each other, no overlap. When there's overlap, it will look like one eye is maybe fuller than the other. And when that happens, it gives like a slightly like wonky lash look, and nobody wants a wonky lash. People are really sensitive about it. I just working as a makeup artist, like if somebody's lashes are ever slightly different, it's like the first thing that they're like, oh yeah, can we just, you know, so don't overlap them. Each one should go side by side. And also a pro tip for the success of your makeup is sitting down in proper light with a mirror that you don't have to hold. And it's so simple, but people are always like, oh, my makeup never turns out right. It's like, well, are you sitting down or are you hovering over the bathroom and you're all stressed? If you can sit down and like hone in and be comfortable and also be able to like support yourself or whatever, use 2 hands when you need to, that makes it a lot easier. Also, I just got this, never tried it before, but it looks like my favorite ColourPop, and it was on sale for 50% off in one of those like Ulta Sephora sales. Beautiful. It's just what I wanted. I think I'm actually going to put this one in my pro kit because I personally don't need it, but I don't have, believe it or not, I don't have this shade of blush in there right now as a single, and it helps me to have some stuff depotted into huge palettes and some stuff like this so that I can take it on the go with me. So I'm gonna pop this probably in my kit after I spray it down. There's sprays that help sanitize powders, but powders actually stay sanitary a lot easier and a lot longer. They don't really harbor bacteria, which is why if you see makeup artists using eyeshadows and powders and stuff and not always spraying in between, it's because it doesn't hold on to bacteria in the way that creams do. Creams, nothing can ever touch into it, but powders, it's like 99% safe. And then for safety too, there's like a special makeup spray that you just hit it just in case. And really, like, that's truly a just in case kind of vibe. So powder blush, and then this is it. Not everybody needs a powder bronzer. If you want one, you can add one. If you want to add something with like a little luminous glow, add that too. But like this would be our makeup look. And then you just toss on a lipstick. So I'm going to go ahead and use Icon Baby. I've been obsessed with this ever since I used it a few videos ago, like in the try on with you guys. And then I'm also going to just pop a little KKW in the center of the lip because I'm still a nude girl at my core. So yeah, this would be our ultra fast, long wearing, really good makeup for when you just need to go. Like, you don't have time for all the steps, you just need to do it and go. And honestly, a lot of the time, makeups like this, I end up liking a little bit better. Something about just like being a little less touched, I like. It's natural, it's easy, it looks pretty, there's nothing wrong about it. And you guys, one more thing, I just have to keep going back to this. If you ever see this on a promotion if you ever see this on sale. Is it worth the money? I can't say. I don't know if it's like worth the money because I love the Purlisse and they're not so different from each other, but the way that this looks and performs so nicely is just a win for me. So yeah, this is our look. Let me know what you think, and please share with me what your favorite type of dog is in the comments down below. Let's change the subject. And I'm so excited to see you for the next one.